Just like D Machina, Firebase Z does have a free wonder weapon. Of course, there are other ways of getting it like the mystery box and the trials, but who wants to do that when you can get the free one and it gives you something to do? So this video is going to explain to you guys how to get that free wonder weapon. At the end of the video, I will talk about how I feel about this weapon. Do I like it better than the Shockwave? Is it one of the best? Is it not good? And stuff like that. So let's get into it. Now, of course, the first step is very simple. You want to make sure that you have power on. If you don't know how to do this, it's very simple. Go ahead and check out my last video. Very easy process. Once you have power on, you're going to want to go ahead and make your way to the weapons lab, also known as what I like to call the bunker. In this room, you will see a wall which looks like to be a gun rack. This is not hard to miss, as you will see a blueprint on that wall highlighted in yellow. Pick this up and you are able to start building the weapon. After picking up the blueprint, you're going to want to go ahead and make your way to the scorched defense. This is the area where you have to defend the ether reactor when the time comes. Once you're in that area, you'll want to stay in the far right side and go where this tank is at. You will see a dead zombie's body leaning on the tank. Go up to him, hold square, and the animation you get is pretty awesome. I've never seen an animation like that in zombies before. Thought that was pretty sick. Good job, Treyarch. After taking the eyeball from the zombie, you're going to want to go ahead and make your way back to the weapons lab. Walk up to the table where the computer is. To the left of it will be the retina scanner. Go ahead and put the eye in there, and this will open up the desk right below it. In the desk will be locker keys. After picking this up, go ahead and make your way to the barracks area. There are two different barracks, 1 and 2. For this step, it'll be random for every game that you play. Go in one of the barracks and there will be lockers next to beds. Keep opening up these lockers until you get the right one. What this will do is spawn in a mimic. Not hard to miss, you will hear the sound, so you know when you spawn him in. When you spawn him in, go up to him and kill him. This mimic has a chance of dropping the barrel part of the gun. Now, keep in mind, it's not guaranteed from just one mimic, so you might have to keep opening up more lockers until more mimics spawn in and he will drop it. So there's not too many lockers, so it should not take you very long. For the next step, you're going to once again make your way back to the weapons lab. You will see a computer on top of the desk. What you're looking at might be a little bit complicated, but it really is not once you get used to it. You are looking at a circle. When you activate this computer, a dial will start going around either left or right in sections. What this really is a dartboard. Of course, it's not sectioned off until you activate it. There will be 3 different sections highlighted throughout this process. All you have to do is get the right sequence of codes and then make your way to the village mess hall all the way back at spawn. Put in the same sequence on the actual dartboard and then shoot the bullseye when you are finished. Now, I want to let you guys know that I think this part is either glitched or it's very tedious, because I tried this the first time in my first ever game and it did not work at all. I tried so many different ways. I shot the number, I shot the green part or the red part or the full chunk part, whatever that's called, and it did not work at all. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's very tedious or if it's glitched, because some people were having the same problem where it took them many tries and eventually they got it. So that's why I'm saying it could be tedious. Otherwise, it might just be programmed like this, and if it is, I don't think it should be like that. I think it should just be a one-shot go and just leave it at that. Otherwise, it's just really glitched and they gotta fix it. If it's not working for you, your game's probably glitched, or just keep trying. If that's the case, if it's glitched, then you're gonna have to restart. Otherwise, you just can't get the free wonder weapon, which sucks. So, but after doing this, a part will drop from the middle and all you have to do is just pick it up. After doing this, you have no choice but to wait till round 15, which is the round that manglers start spawning in. Unless there's some way to spawn one in much earlier, which we do not know of yet, this is what you have to do, is wait till round 15. When round 15 comes, a bunch of manglers will start spawning in. Now, this is very important. When the mangler starts charging up his arm, the cannon part of his arm, you're gonna want to shoot that exact area at that exact time. This will blow him up. There will be a chance of him dropping the last part, which is the magazine. Now just like the dartboard, this could also be a little bit tedious. I think they programmed this to actually do that, where he might not drop it all the time. So if it's not dropping for you, then, you know, give it a couple more tries. Though in our first game, we killed like maybe 40 and he didn't drop it. So I think, you know, it was glitched for us. So there's a couple glitches in the game, so just keep that in mind. But after he drops the part, make your way back to the weapons lab once again. There's a lot of running through this map, so, you know, you might want to get stamina up. As soon as you walk into the weapons lab, the table to the right will allow you to place down the magazine, or also known as the power cell. For this thing to charge up, it'll take a full round. So make sure you place it in at the end of round 15, and it'll take the entire round 16, and then you could pick it up at 17. And then finally, once you've finished powering up this cell, make your way back to where you picked up the blueprint on the wall, and that's where you're able to build it. And guys, that's it. It's really not that hard. The only problem with this is the fact that your game could possibly glitch out, or it just might take you a really long time to get to certain parts. I really don't know what the issue is. So hopefully it wasn't programmed like that and it's just glitching out right now, and they will eventually fix it. Now, my impressions on this gun. You know, I think it's actually a really cool concept. It's basically a ray gun, but in an AK-47 form. That's why it's pretty much called the Ray K. I like the grenade launcher. The fact that you shoot it and you could charge it up with the regular bullets is pretty cool. I find the thing to be a lot better pack-a-punch. I mean, obviously, what gun wouldn't be? But usually when it comes to the base version of a wonder weapon, it's usually pretty good on the early rounds. It's not so bad, but I prefer it to definitely be pack-a-punched right away. So that's a little bit of an issue, but not so bad. Now, if I had to compare it to the Die Machine or the Shockwave, I think I'd rather take that over the Ray K, just because it was a lot more powerful, and you were obviously you were able to recharge your ammo and stuff. This, you cannot do that. Plus, I don't think it's as strong as the Shockwave, but it's still very cool. It actually, I mean, I kind of take that back. It is very strong, but not as strong as Shockwave. So if I had to rate it 1 out of 10, I think I would give it an 8. I really like the gun. It's pretty cool. And I think there are elements to the gun. I actually haven't done any research yet if there is. I'm actually about to do that after this video. If it hasn't been found yet, I'm sure there are, because there's a lot of attachments that are under your scoreboard. So if there are variants for the gun, elements for the gun, then this thing might be even better. So we just have to wait and see. Other than that, I hope this guide helped you guys. If it did, please leave a like and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.